100%. Hamnet was like the absolute slam dunk of Telluride. Like again, like I was the lowest of the low, and I like really like the movie. So like it is like this is like a masterpiece movie that I didn't hear a single negative thing about. And yeah, I was not surprised at all to see that it also won at TIFF. I just think like this is a movie. This is definitely the breakout of this run here, where it has no negatives so far, and like people are really kind of falling for this movie, and like you said, like a pivot to feelings and like the way it's making you feel, and it's not a I find it interesting as a movie. Like we've all seen it here, right, on this in this conversation. Like it's sad, but it's not like it's not like it's not like it's not depressing to me. It's sad, but it's like not like this is just a miserable time. I guess that was my big takeaway of it, where I was like, I think if you're like reading the idea and you know the story, you're like, this is going to be like really tough. And we've seen like a lot of heavy awards movies recently, I think in the last few years, that are just feel like medicine or homework. And this doesn't really feel like that, which I think is why people are so responding to it so heavily, and it's really doing well.
Yeah, I mean, it's like life affirming, and that is a phrase that I think is overused and can feel really empty, but I think feels very. I mean, I think I put this in my slightly histrionic letterbox review. It's just like it's life itself is in this movie, but I stand by it. I think that is true. And Chris Feil, I know you also saw Hamnet and Toronto, and I guess endured. No, you were at a public screening that was chaotic, or we had a.
Yeah, I was at the Roy Thompson premiere.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the other thing about this movie, and this is not to get into too many particulars about the movie that, you know, not everybody has seen, the overall impact of this movie really does draw people together, which especially in the kind of world we're living in now.
Now you're sounding like Jeff Hiller's Emmy acceptance speech. It's about bringing people together and building community in the Roy Thompson Hall.
You know, I think a movie that, you know, creates or draws on a sense of community and shared experience is that's a really powerful card to be playing.